Hi friends, today we will be starting with third semester of BSc Biotechnology, those who are having optional subject as biotechnology. In third semester, you have paper number 8, that is microbial genetics for biotechnology. Friends, microbial genetics is very important subject as compared with its application. And if you understand genetics, it is a core subject of biotechnology. So you have completed your genetics in last semester also, but the microbial genetics is the thing which we are going to study at microbial level. So today we will be discussing syllabus and some part of first unit. Syllabus of microbial genetics has 4 units. This paper is for 50 marks. These 4 units have equal weightage. Talking in terms of marks, each unit will give you 15 to 18 marks. 1 5 15 to 1 8 18 marks. So each and every unit to study thoroughly is an important factor. Now, talking about the units, unit first is very basic unit. In unit first, we are going to study the structure of nucleic acid, eukaryotic genome, eukaryotic organelle genome, concept of operon, and all the other basic things. In second unit, we are going to study the genome replication, process of replication in eukaryotes as well as in prokaryotes. Then we are also going to study the role of topoisomerase, an important enzyme. This is what we are going to study in unit second. Later on, coming to unit third, we are going to study transcription. How is the protein synthesis happens in eukaryotes, in prokaryotes. Then we are going to study the role of tRNA and all the other things. We are also going to study the interaction of anticodon in the unit third. In unit 4, we are going to study the genetic code and translation and also the post translational modification. So friends, this is what the syllabus is. Microbial genetics is an interesting topic. So we will not waste our time in discussing all the other things. We will directly start with unit first. In unit first, the first point is structure of nucleic acid. Then what are nucleic acid? As you have studied genetics in your last semester, or you have studied some part of genetics in class 12th, you know nucleic acid very well. But we will repeat it once again. Nucleic acid are naturally occurring chemical compound that is capable of being broken down to yield phosphoric acid, sugar, and nitrogenous base. Okay. Nucleic acids are the main information carrying molecule of the cell. They are also important factor in process of protein synthesis. They determine the inherited characteristics of every living thing. Means if nucleic acid are broken down, we find that the component of that nucleic acid contains phosphoric acid in large amount. It also have some sort of sugar and some organic bases, that are purines and pyrimidines. In second point, it is written that nucleic acids are the main information carrying molecule of the cell. म्हणजेच they carry some sort of information of the cell. Some nucleic acid like RNA are important in the process of protein synthesis, and they determine the inherited characteristics of every living thing. Inherited characteristics means what? Means inheritance means, or inherited characteristic means nucleic acid are passed on from one generation to other generation. For example, the genetic material DNA is inherited from parent to their daughters. Then there are two main class of nucleic acid, that is DNA and RNA. We call DNA as deoxyribonucleic acid and RNA as ribonucleic acid. DNA is the master blueprint for life and constitutes the genetic material in the free living organism and most of the virus. For example, most of the animals, or we can say all animals, have DNA as their genetic material, whereas most of the viruses also have DNA as their genetic material. Then RNA. RNA is the genetic material of certain viruses. RNA as a genetic material is also found in some plants, but RNA in animals is important in synthesis of proteins. म्हणजेच काय, DNA जेनेटिक मटेरियल आहेच आहे ह्युमन बिंगचा, पण RNA हा त्यांच्या प्रोटीन सिंथेसिसमध्ये खूप मोठा इम्पॉर्टंट रोल प्ले करतो, विच वी आर गोइंग टू सी in our unit 3rd. The function of DNA, replication, we are going to see in unit 2nd. Next, moving to DNA. Today we will study what is DNA. What is DNA? DNA was discovered in 1869 by John Frederick Michel. Michel's chemical test showed that DNA is acidic and is rich in phosphorus. The structure of DNA. The structure of DNA was studied by James Watson and Francis Crick. They explain the detailed structure of DNA. What did they say? That DNA is linear unbranched polymer in which monomeric subunits are 4 chemically distinct nucleotides. Each nucleotide in DNA polymer is made up of 3 components. Each nucleotide in DNA polymer is made up of 3 main components. They are sugar, second is nitrogenous base, and third is a phosphate group. Now, first component, that is 2-deoxyribose. 2-deoxyribose is a pentose type of sugar which is composed of 5 carbon atoms. It has the name 2-deoxyribose because it indicates that particular sugar, a derivative of ribose, is a derivative of ribose on which one of the hydroxyl group, that is OH group, is attached to the second carbon of ribose is replaced by H group. OH group is replaced by H group on second carbon of that pentose sugar, hence it is called as 2-deoxyribose. Students, now you can see over here that second group, OH group, is replaced with H in the pentose sugar. Hence, it is known as 2-deoxyribose. If you want, you can draw the structure of a nucleotide which consists of a nucleotide, sugar, phosphate group, and a base. Next, second important component of DNA is or the structure for DNA is nitrogenous base. Students, there are 4 nitrogenous base present. They are adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine, in which cytosine and thymine are single ring pyrimidines, whereas adenine and guanine are double ring purines. We will see this in the structure. These are the 4 bases. These are the, here we have the where we have the 4 bases. Cytosine and thymine are single ring structure. They are known as pyrimidines. Here only single ring is present, whereas guanine and adenine are double ring structure and they are known as purines. Okay, friends. Now, the third important component of structure of DNA is phosphate group. A phosphate group comprising of 2 or 3 linked phosphate units are attached to 5 carbon sugar, which we have seen over here. 1, 2, 3. These 3 phosphate groups are attached to pentose sugar over here. You can see 1, 2, and 3 phosphate groups are attached to a sugar and they have nitrogenous base over here that may be adenine, guanine, cytosine or thymine. Understood? The phosphate are designated as alpha, beta and gamma. The phosphate is called alpha phosphate if it is directly attached to the sugar. and so on. So, students, this is the first lecture. In tomorrow's lecture, we will be discussing the Watson and Crick DNA model in details. Thank you.